Have you ever been to a YouTube live stream and seen those cool questionnaires that they have pinned down in the description? Ones you can fill out and it sends questions right to the creator? If you want to learn how to make those for free using your Google Drive account, stick around. I'll show you how. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you're logged into your Google account. And in Google, just type drive.google.com into the address bar, and you can access your Google Drive folder that comes free with your Google account. Now, to create a questionnaire, you'll need to go to the upper left and click on New and scroll down to Google Forms. This will open up a blank, untitled form. It'll even give you some tips on how to use this page, but let me show you how I do it. Each one of these areas can be modified. Let's start with the title of the form. I'll click on that and change it to Ask Daniel a Question. Now you can put a description below that as well. Once that's done, you can start creating the sections below that. It starts with an untitled question. So let's change that to something like, what's your channel name? Things you might want to know in the questionnaire. Now over on the right here, it gives you the choice of how you'd like to present answers. These can either be short answers, paragraphs, multiple choices, checkboxes, drop-downs. But for our purposes, we'd probably just want to give these people an area to put in a short answer and drop their channel name. Down in the lower right, let's click on Required so that they have to put their channel name in if you want to know who asked you the question. The next thing we'll need is another section where they can actually put their question in. So let's go up to this plus option and add another section. Let's have this question say, ask your question here. Again, you have the options of how you'd like to give people the ability to answer this question, and I think paragraph makes a little sense, so they have a longer answer text area. We'll also make that a required option, so they have to give their channel name and ask their question before they can submit it, but we can even make this form look a little cooler. In the upper right, you'll notice there's a little color palette. Let's click on that, and now we can change some of the look of this form. There's some preset colors that create the look and feel of each of these forms. It's not incredibly advanced, but it'll get the job done. You can pick any of the preset colors that it'll work with, or if there's something you don't see, you can use the sliding color scale to make that happen as well. I usually use something simple like a red or a gray. You can also change the background colors to make them a little more intense or a little more subdued. But we can also add a header image here as well. Let's click on Choose Image. I don't have anything specific uploaded, so I'll go to Upload and bring something in right from my computer. As a matter of fact, I'll use my channel art. That seems to make sense. Google allows you to define the area in the image you've updated so it can create the perfect header. Let's just balance this right on the center section of my channel art and click Done. And now it'll insert that right up top. Let me see if there's a better color option I can add to go with that channel art. I'm going to choose something more blue. That looks a little better. Now, once we're all done, we don't have any saving to do. Google will actually just put this in your Google Drive folder and save all these changes you've made automatically. But if you want to take this form and put it into the description of your live stream, what you'll need to do is in the upper right, click on Send. Now, it gives you options to send it via email and such, but in this case, we just want to create a link that users can click on in order to ask you questions. So we'll click on the link option. This is a somewhat longer link, but Google gives us the ability to shorten that link. Once it's a little more manageable, let's click on Copy, and now we have that link ready to drop into the descriptions of our live streams, or we can even send that out ahead of time to get people asking questions before the stream even goes live. Let's close that out, and in another window, let me show you how this will work. If I paste that in and go to the form, this is what people will see. You can see it'll ask what their channel name is. Let's fill that out. And then it asks to drop the question below. Once they click Submit, they'll get a screen that tells them their response has been recorded. But on your end, while you're logged back into Google Drive, you'll see up top of your questionnaire, there is an option for responses. If you click on that, it will actually pull up the responses that people have dropped into this questionnaire. This shows us the single response that we've gotten so far from Daniel Battal asking how to make a questionnaire. It'll actually list all of these in the summary as they come in so you can get an idea of how many questions you have. But you can also click on individual and it'll bring up the individual question and the ability to scroll through them above. One other thing is you can actually title this entire form so that you know what it is in your Google Drive in the upper left. If you click on it, it'll automatically insert the title that you used in the form, so let's keep that one. And back in our Google Drive, once we reload that page, you'll see that the Ask Daniel a Question form is now inside of our Google Drive folder, ready to read at any other point in time. If you want to learn more live streaming tips, tricks, and techniques, click on the video that's on screen now or the ones I'll pin down below. Peace.